What is going on, everybody? My name is Keenan Costain, and welcome back to another episode of Hornets Recaps. And on today's episode, we'll be discussing the Orlando Magic versus Charlotte Hornets game preview, game number 2 of the play-in tournament, and LaMelo Ball has been fined $60,000 by the league, and there's some craziness going on with the play-in tournament. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So breaking news coming from last night from ESPN, LaMelo Ball has been fined $60,000 by the league. And here is what ESPN and the league had to say when it came to this update on the LaMelo Ball incident versus Bam Adebayo against the Miami Heat on Tuesday night. LaMelo Ball has been fined $35,000 and assessed a flagrant 2 penalty for unnecessary and reckless contact against Bam Adebayo, the league announced. Ball was fined an additional $25,000 for using profane language during a live TV interview. Now, in my prediction about LaMelo Ball possibly getting fined or suspension, and the last video that I made, which you can click in the upper right-hand corner of your screen now, I was pretty right on the money with the fine being definitely announced by the league. And I knew it was going to be a pretty hefty fine. $60,000 is a lot of money, folks. And what surprised me is that I forgot about the profane language that was used during his live TV interview with Prime Video right after the game. So $25,000 for the profane language during the live TV interview, and LaMelo Ball fined $35,000 and assessed a flagrant 2 penalty for unnecessary and reckless contact against Heat center Bam Adebayo. And I think this is the right move for the league. This is the right move for LaMelo to get fined like this. And this is a big game for the Hornets coming up here tomorrow against the Magic, depending on if they make the playoffs or not for this upcoming game. So this is a big game for this Hornets franchise, and this will bring in numbers for TV viewership for Amazon Prime, who's done some interesting stuff this year with their coverage the last few days, but we won't get into that as much. But what I'm trying to say is this will bring in viewers for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball, who is a well-known player for his game and his antics in a nicer way, because he's not really used to doing stuff like this to certain players this much. So he's not like a Draymond Green, Grayson Allen, doing this kind of stuff throughout the games and throughout the league. So I think this is a great move. This is a great call by the league, and having LaMelo Ball still participate in tomorrow's matchup. And let's see how LaMelo Ball responds to this news and how he plays in tomorrow's game. And it was reported by Shams Cedriani for ESPN, so shout out to him for the announcement, for making the post on social media, so shout out to Shams. Speaking of the play-in tournament for the Eastern Conference, the Hornets will play against the Magic, like I said many times before, but the West has been kind of nuts too, with the Phoenix Suns losing the other night against Portland, and Portland gets the 8th spot in the West, while the Warriors and the Phoenix Suns will face each other in tomorrow's game, which will consist of a second game right after the Hornets and Magic games conclude. And for Philadelphia, with their win against the Orlando Magic, they will take on the Boston Celtics as the 7th seed in the playoffs. So craziness with Curry scoring 34 and the Portland Trailblazers coming out of nowhere, winning that game against the Phoenix Suns. And Denny Abdia scoring 41 points with 7 rebounds, 12 assists. And this is a forward that's been passing the ball and shooting really, really well. 15 for 22, 3 for 8 from 3. And he's the player of that game. When it comes to the Warriors, Stephen Curry had 35, shot 12 for 23 from the field, 7 for 12 from 3, 1 rebound, 4 assists. And a guy that put a spark on in the fourth quarter was Al Horford, the veteran, with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and shooting a great ball from 3, shooting 4 for 7. And he pretty much saved the Warriors from being eliminated from this game. And Curry was able to hit a big shot late in the fourth, and the Clippers had a 13-point lead with about 7 or 8 minutes to go in the fourth, and the Warriors were able to go on a huge run and make it happen. So shout out to the Phoenix Suns and the Blazers game. So the Blazers getting that done, and the Warriors out in the West. Now in the East, Philadelphia will play the Boston Celtics as the 7th seed versus the 2 seed. And the Philadelphia 76ers did some great things in last night's game. The Philadelphia 76ers did some great things in last night's game. VJ Edgecombe with 19 points, 7 for 16 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Got 11 boards, which is very impressive for his size. And Tyrese Maxey with 31 points, 11 for 25, 3 for 9 from the 3-point line, 6 for 8 from the free throw line, was on it the entire night. And Andre Drummond was able to hit 2 3-pointers in this game, and he's not really known for his 3-point percentage from outside the arc. And he was able to put a dagger in the Atlanta Magic of not getting back into this game late in the fourth. So those 3 guys and throughout this game put on a great performance. And shout out Kelly Oubre Jr. had 9 points with 3 3-pointers made in the first. Went 6 for 12 from the field overall, 5 for 10 from 3. So he did some great things as well, and contributing on the points category, and had 3 rebounds throughout this game. Now, I kept you waiting long enough. Talked about the other games because it's been crazy with the play-in tournament. Now, with this game, the Atlanta Magic versus the Charlotte Hornets. This game is important for the Hornets because we all know went down against the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo, game-winning shot by LaMelo Ball, game-winning block by Miles Bridges. And this game right here, the Hornets get another crack at it. And the loser of that Philadelphia game is the Atlanta Magic. And I predicted that the Atlanta Magic would face the Hornets on Friday. Now, here's what they need to do. That being the Hornets that can beat the Atlanta Magic. Number 1, step on the gas. Everyone for the Hornets needs to be on it. Faster start in the first quarter. Look for good looks. And what I mean by that is that the Hornets need to get on to a fast start. And now with the Miami Heat game, they did not get to a fast start. They were able to hang around with Miami, have a 2-point lead going into the second. And I bet these players are looking for something much faster than they were looking for against Miami. The Magic team, the Atlanta Magic team, has size and length in this roster Wendell Carter Jr. is going to be tough to stop with the boards. He only had 5 points in the loss against Philadelphia. 3 for 4 in the free throw category, and did not shoot well from outside, but was able to rebound quite nicely. These players like Pablo Banchero, Frank Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Suggs, they're very lengthy. And what I mean by that, their wingspan is like none other team that I can think of at the top of my head. So they're very lengthy in size and length. And lastly, ball protection. The Hornets did a really great job against Miami, having 6 turnovers against Miami. And that's probably the best game for the Hornets at taking care of the ball, not committing silly turnovers. And if they do that, get off to a fast start, protect the ball, and remember the Atlanta Magic, has the size and length, they will do fine in that category. Number 2, find your shooters. LaMelo Ball needs to shoot a tiny bit better. Shooting 12 for 31 from the field, which is 38%. That's not great, but definitely he needs to shoot better from outside. 2 for 16 from the field, that's not going to cut it. Keenan went 0 for 6 from 3, only having 6 points in the Miami Heat victory on Tuesday. Keenan, I know he's been dealing with the back injury or back spasms, if you will. We don't know what type of injury it is or if he even has that type of injury, but he's been feeling the workload with this team, playing in 80 games as a rookie. And let's see if Keenan can get his stroke back and put up big numbers and able to contribute with this Hornets team. One last player I want to look at is Coby White. He had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in the last game. He's got to do exactly what he did on Tuesday. Coming off the bench with energy and being ready to contribute from downtown and able to make plays for others. And that's what he needs to do in a Hornets win to make the postseason. Number 3, defend inside and out. Wendell Carter can shoot from inside and out. He shot 0 for 2 from 3 in last night's game against Philadelphia. And it was very tough for Wendell Carter Jr. to get going from 3. However, he also struggled from the field, going 1 for 7 in last night's game against Philadelphia. So the Hornets need to do a great job containing the big man of Wendell Carter Jr. So Musa Diabate, Ryan Kalkbrenner need to keep him away from the basket. And remember to box out body on body, meaning rebound from bigs, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Musa Diabate, the centers for this team, and smaller guards like Coby White grabbing rebounds. LaMelo Ball, even though he's 6'7", grabbing rebounds. Keenan has done well rebounding the ball. So everyone on this team needs to rebound the ball, because what did I say in the first point? The Magic team has size. They have length with their wingspan. Franz Wagner, Pablo Banchero, Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Suggs all have size and length. Desmond Bane, great shooter from outside. Shot 4 for 6 from 3, 10 for 16 from the field, had 34 points. So they need to defend without fouling, which leads me to my final point. Defend Pablo Banchero. Let him create and make him earn his shots, especially inside. Pablo did not shoot great from outside, 0 for 5 from 3, and do not give him easy looks from the mid-range, from inside the paint, and if he's open, because he can shoot it, if he's wide open, he'll probably shoot the ball. I think Desmond Bane's going to be an X factor in the matchup against the Hornets, because he shot 4 for 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and got to the free throw line 11 times in the Philadelphia game. So an X factor for Orlando is going to be Desmond Bane, and he is going to be tough to stop. So if they defend without fouling, they're going to do some great things and make it to the postseason and be the 8th seed against the number 1 Detroit Pistons, that being the Hornets. This is it. This is for the Hornets season. Let's see if they can make the playoffs with this victory against the Atlanta Magic, which is happening on Amazon Prime Video, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, Friday, April 17th, 2026. This is the moment that Hornets fans have been waiting for. For 10 years, they have not made the postseason. They have not made the playoffs. And I think it's time for a change with that. And if they've been doing what they've been doing all year long with my keys to beat Orlando and what they've been doing throughout the other teams they've been playing on the road, they'll do just fine. And they've been a great road team this year, having more wins on the road than they do at Spectrum Center at home. So in the end, I really like this matchup. It really sets us up well. We've had great success. The Hornets have great success against the Magic, beating them 3 out of the 4 times and blowing them out quite a bit this season. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. So that'll do it for the episode of Hornets Recaps. Again, my name is Keenan Costain, and if you like what you see, feel free to give it a like. Subscribe down below for more. The next game, like I keep mentioning, will be against the Atlanta Magic. And this is for a playoff spot to be the 8th seed against the Detroit Pistons. And until next time, have a good one, folks. See ya. Bye.